First and
You know what I'm
foremost,
saying?
yeah.
Black players and minorities kind of like the that's to put us on that platform.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because when, just me personally, when they obviously going to talk about football, but more people going to talk about how I, motivated and inspired them to do
Right.
something else. And technically, that's what Work Wednesday is for.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So no matter if I'm here or there, you get what I'm saying? The goal is the goal. You know what I'm saying?
Standard is a standard.
The standard is the standard.
I got you.
And, I know why you try to, like, say that proudly. He ain't started that. I'm gonna let you know that he ain't started that. He ain't started.
I ain't saying start. I just said it. I just said it. I just said it.
I don't know if you peed that. He trying to see. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it down for you. That coach Tomlin, like, saying, you feel me? But respecting, shout out to him. I know he is on the camera. He is a great coach.
Oh, for sure. Well, we know that.
100%. He is a great coach.
But he did.
However, he the enemy. You feel me?
Gotta be a Bengals person.
Hey man, it is through and through. Shout out 513, man. The Natty. We gonna rip him for forever. You know what I'm saying? Just saying though. You get what I'm saying? He ain't say that.
Okay.
Like, he famous for it, but he ain't.
So who said it then? Enlighten us.
I don't
You know, we do.
I don't know. It's football, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't the same. Everybody recycle. Everybody just deliver it a different way. Folks talk about, respectfully, Sean McVay. Sean McVay ain't been talked about for the last how long?
That's the Rams head coach, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you talk about when the Rams won it, they talk about the defense. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. They talk about the defense, they talk about Stafford. You get what I'm saying? So, like, respectfully, everybody, had a moment. You feel me? It only, what you do moving forward. That's why think about retiring out of,
Right.
come on, bro, because now you got to coach football. That's why the NFL football, anyway, look like college football. That's why Tomlin can go in there and look apart respectfully, because, Tomlin is a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you want to be
real,
real, because I grew up a Steelers fan, you know what I'm saying? He inherited Bill Cowher's team.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I mean, I can.
When you got Big Ben, bro, that's like, come on now, respectfully. Everybody holler about Tom Brady. To me, Tom Brady ain't. He got. You look at it. He great leader, great teammate, great quarterback for sure. Is he the best quarterback we ever seen? No. He's a winner. You feel me? Now, when you also look at the team, they also had great defenses. They also had they got Hall of Famers all through that defense. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to win, respectfully. But at the same time, you got to think they had Peyton Manning. You got, just say Aaron Rodgers.
I feel like
you still got Big
sauce.
Ben.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? What people forget about, like Big Ben with 2 chips.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man, that's hard to do.
Super Bowl.
You feel me?
Right.
In this Tom Brady area. You feel me?
But
so,
you know
like,
why they call him the best though?
Who?
Tom Brady.
Cause he got out of the Super Bowl.
Right.
And
but that don't really make you.
I mean, it stamped you. They're kind of to the point where it ain't no argument. It's kind of with Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Well, when you talk about killers, and when you talk about when the game on the line, these people gonna always perform. He is that. That's why, respectfully, you know what I'm saying. He is a GOAT. You feel me? I'm just saying, as far as how people kind of like be on him, like he just like this greatest quarterback. I don't think he that. You know what I'm saying? He is, respectfully, the Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? He is just exactly, he a winner, bro.
Right.
And he is, whatever his normal car, he made it into a Rolls Royce. Every average tool, he made it great, and he motivated other people to be great.
So who the greatest quarterback then?
I can't. It's gonna always be biased.
That's subjective.
Exactly, it's gonna always be biased to me, cause hey man, I'm a fan of a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? To the point where I'm 100%. But what we considering as the best quarterback? Cause if you take Aaron Rodgers and put him on the Patriots,
right.
What we talking about? If you take Peyton Manning and put him on the Patriots, what we talking about? If we take Lamar Jackson, you put it like the Patrick Mahomes, Cause Pat's still playing, the verdict's still out to a point where you send them anywhere else. That's what it's hard. It's all subjective when you talk about that, and you got to have categories to be able to. All right, what is the criteria for this? Measure.
You need context for sure.
100%.
You need because I'm gonna be honest, bro. If I had to say who's the greatest quarterback, I think I am giving it to Aaron Rodgers. Simply because what he's done, he ain't like he had now he's had great receivers throughout the duration of his career.
Are they great? Great is to me, respectfully.
Okay.
Shout out to all them boys. Great to me is Randy Moss.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Jerry Rice, Terry Owens. Now, you feel me? Bro had some animals. You know what I'm saying? Like them boys could play, but also these ain't Randy Moss. They ain't Terry Owens. They ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's a criteria. So not saying Tom Brady, but Tom Brady can be in there. But what about Peyton? But Peyton going
Well, I always thought Peyton Manning should have been at the top. If you ask me.
I mean, Eli is Tom Brady killer, and everybody want to say it. Hey, he done went off of mediocre teams. If you're going out the regular season,
that is true now.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying respectfully. Like when you really have these conversations, people got to realize, like, all right, what about these people that you missing?
Right.
Eli got 2 chips in his Tom Brady era.
Well, the media do that though.
100%. But that's what they, that's what they judge. That's what they supposed to. But we saying.
Funny I say that, being a person in media. Well,
hey man, cause
truth is the truth.
Hey, but that's you living your truth.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if you get that.
I do. I ain't gonna get too deep in that conversation.
Federal. We just say federal.
Like where you went with that. The media, man. When I say media, though, I got to be real. It's really the companies because, the media build their own narrative, but it ain't every media company. When I say that, it's not every station across the board or every sports channel you watch. Some people just have their own personal narrative that they want to spend on the public, and sometimes that's successful. And so it get blinded, and you don't see people like Aaron Rodgers. You don't see people like Big Ben. You don't see people like who else I'm missing. There's a couple of them out there that just get oversighted because of how much media coverage is given to the GOATs.
I mean, also though, right? Just to play devil's advocate, everybody mess with winners. You got to win. So again, Tom got 7?
7, I think so.
7. When you got 7, can't argue. It's what I'm saying. Well, hey, bro, check the resume.
I'm gonna say this though. I know he got 7, but are we gonna ignore the deflated footballs? And
100%. Like just me as a player, you want to get to have that conversation. That's what I'm. Hey, it's hard to do. Regardless, it's hard to do. Respectfully, you know what I'm saying, to go out there and do it because it take more. It take more than that. Now, it just he does each year he got a Super Bowl ring. He just has an asterisk when you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
elaborate. I think I know where you're going with this though.
Well, every Super Bowl is deflate gate. It's tuck rule.
It's something.
Spygate is, it's something, but hey, the saying, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So.
Oh, wow.
I mean, hey, is first of all, it's hard to even compete at that level. And each year, you with that 20 year here or there, the Patriots in the playoffs. They was in the playoff run. That's hard to do. Talking to somebody who, I had a pretty long career in the league. Not Tom Brady long, but pretty long career in the league.
Well, let me ask you this:
playoffs is hard to get to.
Let me pause you real quick. Did you have a career you wanted to have?
Absolutely. I was blessed to even be there. I ain't even supposed to be there in the first place. So that's the kind of, from me getting drafted, bro, it was bonus even at that point. So for me, I did it my way. And that's all I could be able to hang my hat on. I was, the top dog pretty much everywhere I went. I competed like the top dog everywhere I went. I led like the top dog. You know, both on the field and off the field. So like, ain't no blemishes in my time,
I'm
right?
not
So
to
like,
cut you off though. I'm gonna go a step further because we just talked about being oversighted or people getting looked over. So I said this in the episode before. You didn't have no bad film that I've seen. I didn't even see no bad film in college, if I'm being real, because I done seen your highlight tape. I don't. I literally done sit at home and watch it. Even before all the podcasts, all that came to play. You were just always a role model of mine from the time you left school.
appreciate that, big dog.
So I've always looked up to that. But I'm saying all that to say, I think you got overlooked too. Yeah, there's great cornerbacks in the game, but when you really look at you, and this is just my opinion, you still should be playing, bro.
For sure.
I mean, I appreciate that. You know, it to me it went in God's plan. That's something that I had envisioned as well.
Mm-hmm.
But looking back at it, and I'm at a point now I can look back at my career and basically speak on it to the point where like it ain't. And this goes to the young kids: chase your dream, continue to do it. Life is amazing when you just take that risk. For sure, for sure. And whatever you do, and as far as for football, football wasn't always the goal. It just so I picked up and you know what I mean.
Went with
it I maxed out on it. So to the point where when in college it was basically you can't. I was able to put it on film, put it on tape, to critics can be able to talk about my game and be put at a level where people respect it. So getting to the league, that's why I started to understand more so about, business, the politics, small market, big markets, those type of things where, a lot of stuff is out of your control. You're talking about a corner. I'm a cornerback, right? Just put perspective to our listeners who people don't really know anything about football. I'm a cornerback. Before I got drafted, I was the best cornerback in college football. Nobody was better than me. I got drafted in the first round, and they didn't play me at cornerback. They played me at nickelback, a position I never played, right? For one, and if you go back and look at it as well, I didn't really get to start until year 3, 4. That's when they really kind of gave me my keys to the car, I would say. Let the dog out the chain. It can be able to. They trust the dog to be able to, roam the yard and not bite nobody. So essentially, there was until like 3 or 4, which is, crazy for a first round pick. Usually, first round picks going 10, you basically automatically started. There wasn't a situation in Cincinnati. So, again, shout out to Cincinnati. Love the Brown family, changed my life. Troy, Katie, all y'all. Training staff. Nick, Keith, Berto, forgetting a lot of folks right now. Dan, the man.
Yeah.
Leave them names alone.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, for sure. You're right. But if you know, Andy, I got a shot, boy, Andy. But just Cincinnati changed my life to a point where now I'm able to, live different. Be able to give those experiences back to people to be able to learn. Where again, everybody don't have this Tom Brady career. Everybody don't have, a Darqueze Dennard career. I had to be able to. Oh, absolutely. Because the goal was to make it. The goal was to be able to, walk on the NFL field, put on the NFL jersey, to be able to run those lines, to be able to say I did it. I accomplished my dream. Something that people told me, you crazy to chase this. You not gonna make it. Why you doing it?
I know the feeling.
You know what I'm saying? So to a point where like you saying, real time where we in practice and I'm staying at the practice. I'm working on my craft to a point where
And I ain't gonna lie to you, I used to be one to one to be like, bro, way crazy, bro. Coach Copeland said game practice over. I'm out.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I've heard because like when y'all was in high school, I was in middle school, and I remember hearing the stories. I don't know how true it is that you used to show up to the school like before hours
Mm-hmm.
and put that time in.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, we used to. It's crazy just because of perspective. I was like we was talking earlier. I was the baby. So at that time, all my, big homies, my brothers, cause I don't got no brothers, grew up house full of women. But all, my cousins and stuff that I grew up with, they all graduated and gone. So military, or they working a job, or they doing some other stuff, which they encouraging me to, hey man, keep doing that football stuff. You gonna
Mm-hmm.
you feel me? To be able to, wake up before, stay after. I mean, I'm in the kind of ain't nothing else to do, but to crash. To me, idle mind is the devil playground. So
Talk about it.
I had the opportunity to be able to chase a dream, right, and to stay out of trouble. And that also got me out of stuff to do chores. The longer I'm hey grandma, granddad, I can't cut the grass. You know what I'm saying? You seen that field? There's not no front yard. That's a couple football field. You got to go out there.
Yes, sir.
You got to go out there and cut. So I was able to, hustle my way, had that conversation my way to be able, hey, I gotta work out because I'm gonna get here. All right, you better make it. If not, you know what you gotta do.
So check this out. When you out there practicing before school hours, after school hours, did you ever envision yourself going to the NFL? Was that even on the radar at that point?
It wasn't on the radar, man. You sound delusional. You sound crazy. But the goal was to be able to just make it out. I was just seeing college. That's all I could see. I need to get, ACC, SEC. I just need to. That's where I need to go. From there, wherever the card kind of I get dealt with, I get dealt with. But the goal, obviously you say, oh, I want to be a professional athlete.
Right.
That's why I used to go around and say absolutely. But me every day, like going out there and working, it was, oh, get to the next level. You got to get to the next level because for you to get to the league, you got to go to, the next step. That next step is college. So that was the goal. Get to, D1, make it D1.
Yeah.
Do you think it would have been different? Obviously, it probably would have if you didn't go to the NFL. But what do you think you probably would have been doing?
You want a real answer? What you mean? If I don't go to college?
Yeah, I want the real answer.
Man, you don't want the answer. Some out of okay. Politically, I would have been another statistic.
Okay.
Realistically, if I don't get my scholarship offer from the great university, Michigan State, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I'll be another statistic to keep it, a bug, which is crazy to say, crazy to think about, but
Well,
going outside every day, it ain't no hope. It wasn't no hope. It wasn't, many avenues and opportunities like it is today. You see social media, you see all this, access to be able to, you can start a t-shirt company
Mm-hmm.
from your house. You couldn't do that. That wasn't possible when we was coming up at that time.
Right.
Even to the point where, how these kids make TikToks and make these dances to do all that type of stuff. It was at my time. Like I remember, like, it's funny. It ain't funny, but it's like I said, it's uncomfortable having that conversation about it. Like me saying and knowing better today, I know I will be a statistic just because of how outside look. Where you talking to a person who was gifted. I was in gifted classes, tested in,
you were pretty smart.
yeah, I also dropped out of gifted classes as well because
Oh, I
it
didn't
wasn't
know.
cool. A lot of folks didn't. It wasn't cool. So I'm like, they would tell me, man, why you got to go up there? You with them? Man, you a nerd, boy. There was a conversation, and you ain't even talk about me. I can't look. You're gonna be one or two things. You gonna talk about me, and I'm gonna fight.
Yeah.
And
Peer pressure.
oh, absolutely. At that time, it was at high pressure, and it's still the same today. It just looked different,
Mm-hmm.
just because of technology and how the world works today.
Right.
But at that time, the the smart stuff, it went cool. It went cool. It went cool at all. So it to a point where I just started making choices to my environment, and then at some point you get to a certain age, you got to do it to survive, and that's the scary part about it. Where just living in the world, man, where at that point in time, if you don't have no guidance, if you don't have nobody to be able to educate you and actually show you a different way, well, you can actually touch it, feel it, and actually believe it. It's hard, bro, because it's a crazy dynamic. And just talking to a person who actually, hey, walked it, lived it. You feel me? I appreciate football. Though I'm grateful for it. I look back at it now and I'm, man, so thankful. Just because it changed my life.
It's real humbling for life to do what it do, and what I mean by that is sometimes I know for me, like our path is totally different. And I'm just gonna put it out there publicly. Anybody know me and Darquez one of the closest in high school at all? I mean, we were cool obviously because we play on the same football team, but you talk about brothers, wasn't the case back then. Nah, how that changed, God do what He do.
You was always cool though, just cause you used to hang with my basically my little brother, Tyrell. So I used to, I used to have to, that little bro. So I had to make sure he
Shout out to Tyrell.
You feel me? He always made the right choices. He always like I said, like you always, whether you knew it or not, right? How you, Tweezy, George, like y'all boys move the right way. You feel me? Well, you look at, I ain't gonna call my name, but we know who we are. We did things a little differently. You feel me? Now we handle business. We handle business. You feel me? But at the same time, we experienced it. Like we had to go knock our head because
Right.
we was some knuckleheads. We had to knock our head across a couple times. Where you like, man, that don't even make sense. Why you do that? You feel me? So it's again, it's environment, it's circumstances. It's a lot of that. So like I said, like we wasn't, but little I knew I had to just because of the way I was raised. And
man, that's crazy.
You feel me? Well, like I said, little bro,
right?
I gotta know everybody he took and who you around. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Just because oh, we're gonna take it there. We're gonna take it there. And we on the camera.
Well, I can't you talk about you mentioned D George, Antoine, can't even forget Josh Byron.
Biscuit.
Right. Our Justin, like all them boys, that man growing up with them.
Them family.
Yeah,
family.
they are. They are some of the guys who definitely killed me grounded, and I ain't gonna take no credit away. You know what I'm saying? Now, do we talk like we used to? We don't. Life happens. Still love them. Still my brothers. Can call them today. Got all their numbers.
But everybody grown now. It's
Right.
different. It don't supposed to look the same.
Fact.
That's how growth comes.
Right.
Like you talk about them names, like them names. It for me just because I left and I came back, and when I left, y'all was a certain way. When I came back, y'all was a whole.
Oh yeah,
you feel me? Right. A whole different. To a point where, boy, I respect it. I can. You get what I'm saying? To the point where, man, y'all had it.
Right.
Y'all had the the foresight to be able to.
We did
maneuver and be in certain situations. So again, it don't supposed to look the same. But like how you just said, and your brothers, you can call them at any time. That's how family works. They gonna pick out you look like you, like it was yesterday. No matter how long. You feel me? Right. Time has passed. Yeah.
Like I said, life is life. Things like you said, Quiz, is just much different now. You get when life happens. I don't want to say you necessarily grow apart, but you develop into your purpose. You find what your purpose is in life, and sometimes that means not that you got to fall off. It just means separate. Is how I take it, at least. So them boys know it ain't nothing but love. They already know what it is. Um, I do want to. I know everybody looking at the podcast right now. They like, "What's Shad at? What's Shad?" Unfortunately, Shaw was in an accident. He good. Let me first report that. Since
Shout
I'm a
out to the
reporter,
boy. He
he
good.
good. He good. First and
God
foremost,
good.
God is good. Right. He
Great.
kept him. But yeah, he ain't gonna be on the next 2 episodes. Just because obviously he got to recover, get well. He coming back. But I'll
Blessings to you, famo.
Yes,
let G go into
and we
that.
still got that charity boxing match, so
Yeah,
that ain't off.
that's
That's
a fact.
He
that's
hurt.
still
But I'm
on.
a
He hurt.
yeah.
Yeah,
We trying to check the film to see if it was no sabotage. He trying to run.
He needs some milk.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But shout out to the boy. I'm glad you're doing good, big
Facts,
dog.
man.
Get
Praying for
well.
you.
yeah. Hey, get well, shot. But the reason we mentioned this accident that happened with Shard recently, I think this is a perfect segue into a time where either you guys been through some hard times, you had a moment that gave you a much greater appreciation
Mhm.
for your life, your circumstances, or whatever it is that was going on at the time. And I would love for you guys to, share that.
Man, I guess I go first. Man, sometimes it don't even take the roughest storm. It can be something simple as, for me, it was surgeries. Having two major surgeries, not even going into detail of what they was. But let's just say when you have a tube inside your body for an extended period of time, uh, something the doctor got to insert to, they can get a surgery done. It makes you better appreciate life because you realize with that tube being inside you, what you I ain't even gonna say what you probably will, what I was taking for granted. So when you get that in you, again, not getting too detailed, it's like, man, like you took this for granted, and now you seeing how it is, and not be able to do such and such, and it really it humbles you in a lot of different ways. And when it finally came out of me, now I still thank God to this day that now my body is able to perform in such a way that I don't need it in me. Uh, but I will just say this: I think a lot of times we get so caught up in what we believe is the normalcy, with not going through nothing not really happening to us. And so when life do happens, it's like, oh man, I'm caught off guard. But I think DC Young Fly said this: you shouldn't you shouldn't say, God, why me? God, why not me? And I think now the older I get, man, I realize, why not me, God? Like, it's hard. Now I'm not gonna sit here and act like it ain't hard, because I struggle with it. When life hits, just like anybody, I think sometimes people look like, people watch podcasts. Obviously, I'm on TV. They look at you like, oh, bro, he Gucci. He on TV. He a celeb. Huh. I bleed the same blood y'all bleed. I'm just a guy like the rest of y'all. I know some people don't see it that way, but I am. That's why I don't look down on people, because I know how quickly life can change. So that's really my whole. That's what got me humble. That's my personal, and it's been more things out there that has transpired throughout my lifetime. Like Quay said, he coming back, I'm a totally different person, because man, life happens and life makes you realize something. And now the stuff that matters 10 years ago don't even matter now, man. It's all about peace, changing the world, impacting people, impacting everything around me. Like right now, my biggest thing, my number one goal, and I think this podcast allows me to do it collectively with y'all, is empowering people, telling them what our start was, and showing them or giving them insight to what our struggles was to get where we got. Because I think sometimes, man, there are people who they get out there and they lose sight of life, because life hits. And so I think that this has just allowed me to do what I want to do, for a living, and that's just impact. I don't care nothing about the fame. I think obviously that comes with it, but I've said it before, I don't care nothing about that. I'm really, man, my little mentees will tell you, with Carlos, how you doing, bro? How's your mental status? What can I do to help? You know what I'm saying? I'm not just out here mentoring guys. I mentor them. How can I help you succeed as a brother? And a lot of times, I done gave them, and not, I hate to even bring this up. God knows I do. But some of them I done gave them like free photo shoots and stuff like that. And I'm not doing it because I need him to bring my name up. Like one of them, I just did a shoot for him like a Sunday ago. I say, bro, he said, put your logo. I said, bro, I don't need to do all that. This is about you being successful. So that's when I say, when it comes to making impact, that's what I'm all about. Making sure these kids, and not just my mentees, just kids across the board. And I know I can't save everybody, but making sure these young people be successful, man. I'm just big on that because I know what I went through. And people look at my story now and they're like, bro, like you've been a grinder ever since I knew you. Like basically when I think of your name, like Carlos, ever since I knew you, just bro, you just go. Many people don't know that no, I don't have a college degree in journalism. Have I went to school? Absolutely. Not even gonna name the school, but just know I went. But when people look at me and they say, "Did you go to school?" and I tell them no, there's always this surprising look of, "Well, how did you become a journalist?" Um, to be honest with you, that's a question I can't even answer. I just know God had His hand in it, and when I look across the board now, I'm getting viewers to email me, meet me out in public to say, "Man, it's just a pleasure to watch you, man. The joy you bring in our lives. We enjoy watching you in our living room." So that's why I know impact is huge in people's life. I know I said a lot, but I'm gonna let Quay have it. I just had to get that off the chest, you know.
That's hard. That's hard.
For sure. To be honest, man, it's so much. I've been able to just see the world, touch the world, where I'm just grateful for every day. Like something, uh, RHQ, so Rich Homie, just passed. It's probably like a month now. That's somebody who technically that was like a big part of me going into the league. That was like a big part of you know, manifesting things into making things into reality. So a situation like that, uh, it just bring a realization where I was blessed to be able to know this individual
Mm-hmm.
and know the relationships he had, know you know like him and his pops. That's something that I want with my son.
Mm.
My sons plural, my daughters, like to be, what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
present, to be that type of person, to be able to, you know, to have that type of relationship. So when me experiencing that, seeing that, that brought me, I feel like, to more family, make more decisions to be able to, grow my family, educate my family, be
Mm-hmm.
able to, be there and be better,
Right.
keep showing up. And that's something that Corey, uh, that's Quan Pops. That's what he, you know, basically encouraged. I just had a conversation with him
Mm-hmm.
a couple weeks ago about my, you know, parenting situation,
Mm-hmm.
and how I can be a better father. Just cause that's something that like I just
Mm-hmm.
said, I looked up to him, uh, especially his relationship with him and his son, and how successful, all the things that they was able to accomplish, the things that they, you know, still accomplishing. They just dropped the album. Go
It's
go
hard. It's
go
really hard.
download
Hadn't
it. Go
heard it yet.
screen go
Gotta get
screen
it.
that. It's
Yeah.
35 song.
Mhm.
Ain't no skips.
None.
Play all the way through. You
Yo.
know what I'm saying?
That is
But
surprising.
just having, the experience that kind of some where I can take and be a better father
Mm-hmm.
to my family.
G, you asked a question, but I'm gonna turn it back on you, bro.
Yeah, man. It's so crazy that like what I'm about to say because I think I've been noticing or having a different perspective or appreciation since I was a jit.
Mm.
So based on the environment, of course, born depending on who asking and stuff like that. I'll let you know I'm from Tweeds County. I'm from Macon. It just depends on who it is. All right. So
It's all the same. Tweed County,
yeah,
outside Tweed County, basically making.
facts.
So like that's I feel you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
that's an ongoing joke that I always. But no, I think my experiences with life and appreciating it
Mm-hmm.
started at a very young age. Like growing up around domestic violence, people that's addicted to alcohol or much harder drugs, and just growing up in parts of Macon where like bruh, it's
Real.
rough. Like it's real out here. Like I spent time growing up in Bloomfield, going to the Boys and Girls Club, and like when we'll walk, man, we liable to see like somebody that's gone out their mind due to whatever, they've been consuming. So in just even at a young age and seeing this kind of stuff, I'm like, firsthand, I'm like, bro, I don't want to be there, or I don't want that for me or the people that I care about most.
Right.
So, and it just like almost like a wake up call, man. Even like people I went to school with losing their life at a young age. You know what I'm saying? I got an uncle. I've never been to like therapy or anything like that, or I don't even know how to diagnose somebody that's like got depression and stuff like that. But like my uncle, God rest his soul, he transitioned about it's been about 5 years now. Chris Jukes. I know for sure he was depressed.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah, man. I know for sure he was dealing with a lot of internal things due to, an accident that he had at a much younger age that, it hindered him physically. He never even had a chance to have kids and stuff of that nature. Like, and of course, we grow up in big families. We have
Right.
cousins and stuff, but cousins, they're more like siblings more than anything.
Mhm.
So I be thinking like, dang, like that's a cousin I didn't even get a chance to, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even get a chance to meet.
Talk to you.
So it's just, that's what made me appreciate every single day. Like that's how come part of the reason, I hate to say it like this, but that's part of the reason why I want to move correctly, because I don't want to be in a predicament where I'm like, the people I've seen around me.
Man, I think that hit home for me too when you said that, because that looking back again, we all from Twitch Con, and I know seeing some of the things I seen, alcoholism and stuff you done talked about. You look at that and you just like, bro, I got to make a difference, or at least try to get myself out of here. But I also think that comes back to relationships, the importance of having relationships, and I'm basically segueing now to our next topic. I don't think people realize how important it is just as a human being to have a great relationship with another human being. And I ain't saying it got to be in your family, but I'm saying that because everybody needs to talk, everybody needs to vent. Now you got to be careful who you vent to, because vent to the wrong person could really um, it can really take you even farther down that rabbit hole, so to say, that you ain't trying to go down. When you talk about depression, if you've been to the wrong person and they carrying it to the next person, you know what I'm saying? That's basically like preying on you. And I ain't talking about praying good stuff. That's preying on you. So I think having the right relationship with the right people makes all the difference. And man, I know just within the last month, like God has totally shifted my life into the people I hang around, like obviously y'all, other homeboys in my life, man. And it really takes me back to the other night, and I wasn't even gonna share this, but me and my homeboy was on the phone, man, and obviously both of us got a really, what I would like to believe, a really tight relationship with God. And man, like we were just on the phone talking and talking, man, and we just, begin to just he rather begin to just dive in telling me what God has for me, and like, Carlos, you got to let go of this, you got to let go of that, and it don't always feel to let go of this and that, because you feel like that it's bringing you something. What that something may be, you can't put your hand on necessarily. But I can honestly say the things he have separated me from within the last month, man, I know it was nothing but God, because my life has just elevated. So I'm tying that back into having important relationships, but that you gotta find that person you can trust. And I'm gonna just be real, I don't have too many on my team. Don't want too many on my team. That's just the way I operate. I'm a very low key person. Anybody that know me know that I just don't talk to a lot of folks, and I'm fine with that. Carlos ain't for everybody. It's just the way it is. Do I love everybody? I do. I know most folks would probably say, man, he lying. I do. Cause loving you don't mean I gotta live with you. So I love
Yeah. Yeah.
you. So that's how that is. But Quiz, why do you think it's important to have relationships with people? And I know we got to wrap this up. Why is it important to have them relationship with people?
I just first and foremost, I think that's just how I was raised, man. Shout out to my clan. Shout out to my grandparents. my mom and my dad, just my family. Just because we big on respect,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where you just treat people how you want to be treated.
Right.
So when you do that every day, when you as far as like relationships, they are ongoing and always growing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I kind of look at it. Where you know, regardless if this relationship might be, for a week, 2 weeks, you know, I did what I supposed to. I treated you like how I want to be treated in that time being, and it meant to go more. It will. But separate, like we just talked about, separation doesn't always mean, that's for that moment, it's for that time where, who knows where this person or you know, where this person or even myself will be
Right.
in this said time. Like even just bring it back where us,
Right.
right? Where, we wasn't tight in high school,
Right,
but
right.
now we spending more time together.
Right, right.
Right. Where people, oh, y'all must have got in high school and, da,
Right,
da,
right,
da,
right. I
but
know they saying like
again,
Carlos and Darquez.
you feel me? But again, it's kind of just like I'm saying, like separation
Mm-hmm.
doesn't always mean like you stay over there on that side
Right, right, right.
or any ill will. It's just for that time period. So long as you treat people how you want to be treated,
Right.
relationships will always grow, and that it
Absolutely.
was always continue if you water it, and that's you watering it. That's you spending time, you checking on, you being genuine towards this person. Having a real conversation, having how you doing. 2 minutes, 3 minutes out your day, out your time to check on this. That's all you
This
can be
person.
able to do, especially in this day and age. A lot of stuff going on. Social media, how it is, just the world that everything is, high
So
paced,
fast paced.
fast, fast. So like just checking on somebody, hey, how you doing? Everything good? Need to talk about something? How you good? All right, bet. When I'm in town, I'm gonna hit you.
Right.
Boom, boom, boom. Hey man, blessing. You feel me? Kind of keep it going. So that's how I kind of look at it. Relationships. I have relationships with everybody I come in contact with. I just, again, I just treat them people how I want to be treated. I just spread on daily deposits. You feel me? And just
Speaking of,
continue to, give love. Hey man, check the site.
yeah,
We
check it out.
check the site.
I got mine, but
It's,
y'all go check it out.
Check the site.
Quiz brought it in before the camera came on, but
yeah.
yeah. GD, you want to add something before we wrap it up, bro?
Just to touch on the importance of relationships, it's very important for just overall health. All relationships, they serve different purposes, whether it's mental growth, emotional development, spiritual, physical, like it all serve different purposes. And I just back relaying what you guys said, like you want to treat people how you want to be treated,
Right.
no matter who it is, no matter if it's somebody on the side of the street or the president or
Right.
athlete, superstar athlete, like it don't matter, like
Custodian.
anybody, bro.
Right.
So you treat everyone the same because you just never know, like you may
First of all,
be
you never know where they gonna be at.
That
You know what I'm
part.
saying? Hey man,
yeah.
that Jay or that Bond you calling, da da da. He can mess around. He get $2, go play the lottery,
Yeah.
hit.
Hit.
Be the top
Now
dog.
he buy your company. Now you know what I'm saying. Hey,
Facts.
don't you look familiar?
Yeah.
Facts though.
You know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
again, it's all perspective. And when you start to understand, like we all here, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes we on different paths.
Right.
Like everybody got a story.
Everybody.
And everybody can be Hallmark if you really want to sit down and
Yeah.
have that conversation. We all got trials and tribulations,
Every last
for
one.
sure, for sure. So like, again, you feel me? You just never know.
So I
Just
think
never know.
Yeah.
at the end of the conversation, what I would hope anybody will have taken from this is show love, no matter who it is. Like I said a few minutes ago, uh, I know I ain't for everybody, but it don't mean I don't love everybody, and I do love everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's why, throughout the day, I try to give my best, no matter what it is. If it's as simple as opening the door for somebody, sending somebody an encouraging word, like. My brothers, I send them good morning, bro. Might send them a prayer with it. Just them little simple gestures. It ain't always got to be a cash out, PayPal, whatever we use.
Cash out. I ain't got cash out.
Oh, okay, well, Apple Pay.
I ain't got that
Now
either.
you got G. What you got, Zelly?
Nah, straight cash, homie.
Yeah. I was
What,
about to
what
say,
Randy said?
yeah. Roll it up and put it in your sock.
Come on, man. Straight cash. We still putting money in the shoebox, fam.
Hey.
Well, yeah. Just show love to everybody,
Cont-
man. You never know how to make
Continue to spread on daily deposits. I just say
That too.
people continue to spread on daily deposits. That is you being a better version of yourself than you was yesterday. If you continue to scribe and continue to do those things, that means you spreading love. That means you pushing peace, that's prosperity, that's all that. Continue to spread on DDs. Make your DDs, of course. When you make your DDs, you to the mountains that you did your DDs,
Just in
and
case y'all didn't know, Daily
continue to spread it, because it's all love at the end of the day, man.
Yeah.
Just continue to grind, stay out the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit up because I gotta make sure y'all hear me when I say this. Now,
Uh-oh.
I need y'all to do us a favor. Now, we just gave y'all a real insightful conversation, some of our stories, personal stories, but I know y'all want more. So, do what you got to do. It's on YouTube at Work Wednesday, and G, correct me if I'm wrong.
So Work Wednesday.
Okay.
At Work Wednesday.
At Work Wednesday on YouTube. Then we got TikTok at Work Wednesday, right? Instagram at Work Wednesday. Facebook at Work Wednesday. So it don't get no simpler than that. So go like, subscribe, follow, share,
Turn on notifications.
all that.
Yeah.
Comment. I would say collab, but know about all that. Maybe if we bring you on to be a guest, we'll collab. But yeah, do all that, like, follow, share, do all that good stuff. Anything I'm forgetting, G?
You ain't forgot a thing, my dog.
All right, another insightful conversation. Catch us back.
That was a bar. You get paid to do that, huh?
I do.
I see, man. Why they pay you the big bucks? Shout out to you.
I do. So yeah. Catch us on the next episode of Work Wednesday, man. We got some more hot topics coming. How many more episodes we got left in this season?
I don't know, man.
Less than
Hey.
10.
Check this out. We finna give you a little scoop right now. I'm going to Prague. Finna coach some football.
Oh.
Get out of here.
Oh.
Hey,
Walk off. He gonna walk off.
we out. You know what that means. Thank you. Gone again.
Yeah.
Later.
Peace.